Welcome to this new tutorial where we will create a collection of NFTs on Solana using the CandyMachine V3. The CandyMachine on Solana allows you to easily create a platform from which to deploy and mint verified NFT collections on the Solana network. Part 1. Creating layers. To create the layers that will make up our collection, we will use the Adobe FireFly tool. We'll go to text to image and input a prompt relevant to our vision for the NFTs. In our case, we are looking for a character that represents a simplepanas. We generate characters until we find one we like. Then, using the generative fill tool, we upload the created character. We use the background remover and the eraser tool to obtain a base version of our character, which we will use to generate different types of shirts, hairstyles, and backgrounds. We download the ones we like and separate them into layers using Krita, cropping and modifying each layer to fit our preference. Krita is a free open source tool that you can download for Windows, Mac, and Linux. With our base image, we also generate different backgrounds for our NFTs. We also create sunglasses. We make sure to test all our elements to see how they work together. After choosing the elements we create folders to contain the different elements we have created. In our case, we create folders for background, shirt, hair, and shades. We export each element as a PNG file with a name that identifies them, since these names will become part of the NFT attributes. It is important to export each element into the corresponding folder, isolated and in PNG format with a transparent layer. Part 2. Generating NFT images. To combine our images, we will use the Hasklips R engine repository, link in the description. We download and extract the repository to open it in Visual Studio. Since this repository specifically works with no version 14.18.2, we run the following code to work with this version. We add the following line to the package JSON file. Then we run npm install. We run the following code to verify that everything is working correctly. We can see that images and metadata have been created in the build folder using the example layers provided in the repository. We delete the contents of the layers folder and replace them with the folders we created earlier. We verify that all our layers with their respective names are in order. We open the config file in the src folder and start modifying it to contain the data of our collection. We modify the name, description, the base URL field, and importantly, we modify the network variable, replacing the ETH property with Sol. This way, when we run the code, it will generate metadata specific to the Solana network, and the numbering of the created images files will start from 0, as required by the Solana network. In the address parameter, we place a wallet address that belongs to us, as it will be the creator of the collection and will receive royalty from each sale. We edit the layer configuration object to contain the exact names we gave to our layer folders in the order they should appear in the images, from bottom to top. In our case, they go in the order of background, shirt, hair, and shades, and we remove the extra fields since we only have 4 layers for our NFTs. We change the size of our images to 1024 by 1024, as that was the size we originally created them in. Note that we will generate only 5 NFTs for this tutorial as an example. Now, if we run npm run generate again, we can see that our fantastic NFTs have been created. And in the JSON folder, we can see the metadata created for each of our 5 NFTs. We can notice that the attribute of our NFTs will display the names we gave to all folders and files. Now, to create our CandyMachine, we need to have the Solana tool suite installed. Please go to the link provided in the description to install it. Once you have completed the process, we will proceed to install Sugar. To complete this tutorial, it's important to install version 2.0.0 beta.2 of Sugar, which you can download for your operating system using the link provided in the description. After downloading, you need to add this binary file to the path variable of your operating system. We have put a link to this instruction on how to do it based on your operating system. Next, let's create a new wallet from the terminal using the following command. This will create a JSON file with the given name in the folder indicated by the terminal. Copy the public key and save it for reference. Now, let's configure this wallet to sign our transaction using the following command. Next, we need to establish a connection to the blockchain using our Quicknode RPC from the Solana devnet. If you haven't created it yet, we invite you to do so on quicknode.com. You can find instructions on how to do it in our previous video. If we run this command, we can verify that everything is in order. Let's go to SolFaucet.com, link in the description, to request funds for the created wallet by pasting the public key. We can confirm the balance with the command Solana balance. We are now ready to start creating our CandyMachine. Sugar asks us to place the image and metadata files in an assets folder. Starting from number 0, we also need a collection.png file with an image related to the collection and a collection.json file with the metadata for the collection we will be creating. Let's copy our PNG and JSON files from the build folder and place them in an assets folder. For our collection.png, we will use our channel's logo and create a collection.json file with the following metadata: collection name, symbol, description, a reference to the collection.png file, an empty list of attributes, and a property field exactly as it appears on the screen. Don't forget to save this file as collection.json in the asset folder we create. Open a terminal in the folder where the assets directory is located, as expected by Sugar, and execute the command sugar create config. Start answering the question. First, enter the number of NFTs that will be in our collection and say yes. For the symbol, Sugar gets it from the metadata. It mentioned that it found the value 1000 in the metadata. This value represents that 10% of the sales will go to the creator's account. For sequential indices, say no. Then, set it to have only one creator. Enter a wallet address where you will receive royalties, and set the royalties to 100% for this account. Press enter for the extra features and also for the default bundle of love method. Finally, set the mutable property to true. If everything goes well, in our Sugar project folder, we will have the config file as shown on the screen. We need to add the following guards parameters to this file, as shown on the screen. The most important ones will be the price of our NFTs, the wallet that will receive the funds, and the starting date for minting. Let's execute Sugar upload. Run the command sugar upload and it will ask for the location of our wallet file to sign the transaction. Place it in the working directory. Run sugar upload again, and on the second attempt we should be able to upload the files. We can see that a cache file has been created in our folder, and we can verify that the links to our images are working. Now let's execute Sugar deploy, and after a couple of attempts do the same for Sugar guard add, which will add the guard configuration specified in the config file. We can see that our cache file now has the corresponding parameters for the CandyMachine, CandyGuard, etc. Let's execute Sugar verify, and it should give us the following result: verifying that everything is correct and that our CandyMachine is created and ready to mint our NFTs. To finish this tutorial, we will create a UI to mint our NFTs. Let's download the Metaplex Js examples repository, extract it and open it in Visual Studio Code. Load the Connect wallet directory and execute npm install here. In the parent folder, create a .env file and add the following variable name with the address of our newly created CandyMachine. We can easily obtain the address from the screen obtained in Sugar Verify. In the index.js file, we are going to add an import statement for a mint NFTs file that we will create now. Replace the show NFT component with the mint NFT component. Create the mint nft.js file and copy all the code from show NFTs into it. Change the constant name to mint NFTs, and we are going to place the wallet file we used to create the CandyMachine in our pages folder for easy access, as we'll be using it soon. Import our wallet file into a secret variable and import this function from the Solana Web3 library. Let's create our constant CandyMachine address and wallet as shown, and a variable CandyMachine. Add the check eligibility function exactly as it appears on the screen. And below it, add this condition to our code. The only thing left is to replace the entire onClick function and run npm run dev. Now we can connect our Phantom wallet to mint a beautiful NFT from our collection. We hope this tutorial has been very helpful, and we'll see you in the next video.